So United drawing 1-1 at Ellen Road. It was my prediction going into the game. Am I happy with it at the end of it? I think United could have and should have won that game. I think United, if we had more quality, we would have won that game. But we matched the aggression. There's so much conversation about what system, formation, 3-4-5 at the back. Who knows? Who fucking cares, really? I'm bored of talking about it. I'm also bored of United drawing, though, I'll be completely honest. That was a game there where, look, I'm going to speak about the players individually. What am I going to focus on from an Amorim perspective? Look, we played 5 at the back. We had 6 defenders in the start 11, but I swear to God, like, who else are you putting in, people? I'm looking at the bench. Xerxes came off. I'm going to speak about Xerxes' performance. Now there could be questions about whether or not he could have or should have started. But other than that, lads, you're looking at the Fletcher twins. You're looking at Lacey. You're looking at Mantato. You're looking at Fredrickson. Like, come on. I know there's so much anger to be had about a starting 11, but what else are you pulling out, man? United matched Leeds' aggression. We actually had the better of the first half. Leeds had the best chance with the Calvert-Lewin flick onto the post. We had the better chances. Well, better crosses into the box. We could have, I think we had 10 shots in the first half. Didn't really feel like that. That goal that we conceded, how did that even happen? But the second half, again, I think United had the better of the game. And I think Cunha was deservedly man of the match. If we had more... yeah, well done, Sam, obviously. If we had more Cunhas, you would have won that game. But I don't mean this in a way to dig players out. I promise you I don't. But I'm looking at that game and I'm thinking, if we had Ahmad in so many of the situations where Dalot or Dorgu had the ball, do I think more would have happened? Yeah, I do. If there were 4, 5, 6 times in the first half in particular, I remember it. Well, I'm thinking when Casemiro's on the ball, I'm thinking if Bruno's on the ball there, could we make more of it? I think, yeah, I think we do. I think a draw's a fair result, but we're kind of piss ball of draws. What is that? Everton, West Ham, Leeds, Fulham, Bournemouth. Christ, we are drawing games left, right and centre. But Cunha, I looked at that game there today, and for me, there were 2 players I was focusing on to actually, if we're going to win the game, they're going to win the game for us. It was Cunha and it was Šeško. And I'll speak about both of their individual performances, but he played like a man who was up. You know, half the time he was walking around, I'm thinking he's looking pissed off. He's looking angry, but that's just kind of his demeanour. I think he probably was playing angry, and I think playing angry actually suits him. This lad, right? You know what Xerxes' second half cameo looked like there to me? It looked like somebody who was playing between the lines in that role as a supporting striker. His role. Now, rarely is it that we play a shape or a system where that actually role really exists for him. It was a great pass to Cunha. But also just the way that he was dropping off Šeško, maybe winning the ball or giving a bit of space, linking up. That was far better from Xerxes. Far better. And Šeško could have and should have scored that winner. It was a hard chance. It was our best chance in that second half, and it was created by Xerxes. The goal was created by Xerxes. We were certainly more fluid going forward. And I think if you're going to have a gripe about the starting 11, you could then say, right, okay, well, Yoro should have started on the bench, Dalot should have started back there, or vice versa, Dalot on the bench, which is never going to really happen. And Xerxes should have started behind Šeško, because it did feel a little bit isolated. And like, with Šeško's performance, like, what do you take away from that? I think he felt isolated quite a lot of the times. But that chance, man. I think there was a couple of passes. Xerxes certainly did a couple. And in the first half, it happened as well. I think Casemiro maybe. Just overhit balls in behind. Šeško kept making the runs. I don't think he had any massively gilt-edged chances today. But that one with Xerxes created that in the second half. He could have buried that, man. He could have buried that. Ultimately, you know what's good? And we've seen this on more than one occasion this season. Good and positive from that game. Good. United went 1... It's not good that we went 1-0 down, but the response from United... just again, that pisses me off. This team is largely far more capable than you see most weeks. Oh, look, you can go and do it against Leeds. Like, it wasn't a surprise to see United step up to the occasion. Could be done that, even under Amorim so many times. It's when the weight of expectation shifts from being the underdog and going in for a scrap like that, and then actually being expected to win and to control a game and to sort of put the pressure on the opposition. That's when we struggle. We were the better team there today. You can say what you want about the starting 11. You can say what you want about the formation and the subs and the changes and whatever mood you want to have. Right? We're missing Ahmad and Mbeumo and Bruno, and all 3 of them would have started there today. And had they started, we would have won that game. Had they started against Wolves, I think we would have won that game. United didn't have enough quality in the final third. In the moments where we had the ball in situations where we should be creating chances, the final ball wasn't quite there. The final move wasn't right there. The finish from Šeško wasn't there. Cunha came up with the goods. This team is not strong enough. Squad is not strong enough to take out a host of starters and expect United to create as much. That's why I think overall we were the better team, but I don't think we created enough quality chances because we didn't have the quality in the team. And as I said, there were so many times in that game, whether it was at wing-back, whether it was at full-back, whether it was in central midfield, where I'm looking at any of these, or I'm looking at Casemiro, I'm thinking, I wish that moment was falling to a different player. I thought Martinez played really well. I thought, I feel a little bit for Aiden Heaven, the goal that they scored. It was like Delo lost the ball, and the ball kind of came in behind Heaven. I don't know whether he was on the wrong side of him, but it felt like was it Aronson? He gave him a yard, couldn't get back in front of him. It was a good finish from him because Heaven had been playing good the whole game. I thought Martinez was probably our best defender. Yeah, and I think a draw is a fair reflection overall. But I think if any team was going to win that, it would have been United. The fact that we matched the aggression from the first whistle. Had we not done that, Leeds would have walked all over us. I was very worried about being overrun in midfield, but I thought Casemiro and Ugarte largely played all right. Draws, man. Draws don't really change anything. They're just like the dead results. Like no narrative moves on from where it was the week before. It just kind of stagnates. And so now we've got 13 days until our next Premier League game. We've got Brighton at the weekend in the FA Cup. So the next time we should play in the Premier League, we should have Ahmad and Mbeumo and Bruno back. Because that game there today, I think the teamwork was pretty good the whole game. I thought defensively we were quite solid. Are we good enough at building up? No. They crowded the space out. They pressed us. And Xerxes coming on in the second half, that made a real difference. That was good from Amorim. Could he have started? I think there's questions to be asked about that. I wasn't surprised. I wouldn't have really... When the starting 11 came out, I wasn't going to cry over the fact that Xerxes wasn't in it because I don't think he'd been playing that well. But to his credit, in that game there against Leeds, he played better. Not as good as this man. Cunha, deservedly man of the match, everywhere for the full 90 minutes. It feels frustrating that United drew another game. And at the same time, getting a draw at Ellen Road with a massively informed Leeds, with the players that we're missing, I think in the grand scheme of the season, probably going to take that result.